This is A-Game, fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and we're just going to jump right into it. This is why Black women are toxic to Black culture. Now, what we're going to talk about today is sign language: shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. Shout out to BGS Ibmore, who actually first coined that whole term and phrase. And also shout out to Kevin Samuels, who really made it popular. I know most of you probably know about it from hearing it from him. But we're going to talk about sign language, but we're going to talk about it. And here's my perspective. Here's what I have to say on that whole situation. First of all, sign language is about control. It's about controlling a narrative. It's about controlling what everybody thinks. It's about controlling what everybody does. This is a carefully crafted defense mechanism of the gynocracy. See, Black women have to have sign language. They must do it, or else everything around them crumble. The whole world will crumble inside and out. Her inner world and her external world, which she has created in delusion, will fall if she doesn't attempt to try to control everybody's narratives, everybody's reaction, how everybody views her, and all of these sorts of things. So we actually gonna really go ahead and get into it. The first one is shame. She shames Black men, by bringing up whatever she think Black men's shortcomings are. Whether they real or imagined, she gonna bring them up. You dusty. Black men don't build nothing. You not no leader. Black men don't give us nothing to submit to. Y'all a bunch of build-a-mans. Y'all dominated by another group of men. Why wouldn't we submit to the system of that other man? All of this type of stuff. She's using shame again as a defense mechanism. Anytime her foolishness is pointed out, anytime anybody says anything about what she's doing, what her shortcomings are, how she's playing a hand in all of these different things. See, she's gonna always push back by trying to turn it around, because the most dangerous thing for a gynocrat is a mirror. The most dangerous thing you can put in front of a gynocrat is a dang on mirror. If you put a mirror in front of a Black woman, she gonna burn like a vampire in the sun. Okay, that's worse than holy water. All right, so this is what we have to understand. This is why this defense mechanism is so incredibly important to her, for her to uphold. And she'll do it at any time. All over social media, we can see her engaging in this time and time again. Anytime the microscope is on her, anytime the magnifying glass is put on her, she's going to engage in shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. Right? But the flip side, there's always a flip side. See, I told you I got a unique perspective on this. The flip side is she's ashamed of herself. Black women are ashamed of themselves. They ashamed of that purple hair they like to wear that they say is empowering. They ashamed of how everybody view her, what her appearance value is the world over. She's ashamed of where she is on the standing of women. Black women are ashamed of the way Black men view her. Black women are ashamed of the way other good Black women view her. She's ashamed of herself. She's ashamed of that high body count she got. This is why she'll fight so hard to make up all these narratives about why it ain't that big of a deal and why she ain't got to do all of this, that, and the third, what anybody's telling her to do. She's ashamed that she's 100 pounds overweight. This is why she got to try to make sure that she fight to be fat. You understand what I'm saying? All of this stuff is a projection that she putting on everybody. So she wants to make you ashamed, really, because she's ashamed of herself. She's ashamed of every failure that she has ever had in terms of her womanhood. She ashamed of them failures. And to cover them, should do any form of deflection possible. The insults. The insults is there to keep everybody in line. See, the gynocratic teachings 101 is that a black woman's approval is everything that you need. If you're a black man or another black woman or a black child, all you need is the approval of a black woman and you got it made. But if she disapproves of you, then your life is about to become just nothing. Okay? A living HE double hockey sticks. That's what your life is about to become right now. If she don't approve of you and everything that you're doing, if you're not meeting gynocratic approval, all right? So she'll insult a black man about what he doesn't have. She measures black men by what he doesn't do, not what he does. This is to belittle him. This is to make him seem this small. Any black woman that's pushing against it, that's not going along to get along with any of the gynocratic foolishness that she's involved in, she gonna be a pick-misha, she gonna be a mammy, she gonna be black male identified, she gonna be a traitor, and any numerous amount of ridiculous name calling that she do. But the flip side of it is that the insults actually give her a sense of control that she don't really have over her life or over herself. See, these black women are lost and they don't have no control over themselves. They don't have no control over any significant portion of their life. So this is why they have to engage in sign language like this, because it is a form of control for them. In a chaotic mind that don't have no control, that's completely out of control, that's completely out of order. They out of order. So they want to put everybody else in order instead of turning the mirror to themselves and putting themselves in order. Then we talk about the guilt. She uses this against men too. And she uses it really against black women. She uses it against everybody. She make black men feel guilty for not wanting to deal with her. She want black men to feel guilty for not accepting her with a triple-digit body count. She want to make black men feel guilty about S.I.G.N and MGTOW and all of these other things when he decides to disengage. I don't want to have kids with you. I don't want to build no family with you. I don't want to try to come back to the community and fix the mess that you made. And so she pulls a guilt trip. It's a guilt trip. Well, you know, you black too, and we all in it together, and we got to do it together. And, you know, but what about black love, and what about black kids, and what about the black community? What about all of this? See, really, these are things she don't care nothing about. These are things she don't care nothing about. Her children ain't never meant nothing to her. Black men ain't never meant nothing to her. Other black women don't mean nothing to her. The condition of the black community don't mean nothing to her. She feel guilty. That's the flip side. She trying to make black men feel guilty. She trying to make other black women feel guilty for not giving her cover. See, she want to make black women be guilty for not covering for her, for not coming to her rescue just based on her being a woman. But what she doesn't want that a good black woman to understand is that she'll eat her too. She food too. She dinner too. The flip side is that she has guilt over the inability to do anything about that shame she feels. She feels guilty about not being able to overcome that shame. So she expresses this stuff by acting a fool. This is what we see with the twerking on the restaurant tables. This is what we see going outside. Your hair blue, your hair purple, your hair pink. You're looking like a stupid unicorn, like a stupid My Little Pony. You running around here looking like a whole troll doll. And then want somebody to respect you, mainly because you don't respect yourself. That's what's really going on here. So that's really internal, because she's ashamed and she's guilty for not being able to do nothing about the shame. The external expression of that is misandry. See, black men, you are the scapegoat and the enemy. And the reason why you the scapegoat and the enemy is because black men have what it takes to make her be better. But she too ashamed to admit that she needs to be better and that a black man's guidance and leadership will make her better. See, this is the stuff a gynocrat never want me to tell you. She don't want me to expose the reason why she uses sign language to create a toxic black culture, to try to control all of these various different narratives that she's got going that holds up her delusion and holds up the falsehood that she live in. Because she know at any given time, if any of that breaks, her whole world gonna break. Let's talk about the need to be right. This is nothing more than, again, the expression of control issues. This is what this is. It's aimed at the shame and the guilt. This woman is out of control, and this is what needs to be understood. She don't got it all. The chaos done drove her crazy. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is a woman that is completely 100% out of order. There's nothing in her life that's conducive to anything positive. Everything she got going is a piece of chaos. It's just chaotic all over the place, and it's detrimental. So she's trying to have control. She need to be right because she can't afford to be wrong. Because being wrong is an admission of that guilt. And she can't handle guilt because she can't handle shame. So she insults herself. She insults the intelligence of everybody around her. She knows she's an insult to black culture. She knows this stuff for a fact. She's not mystified about it. She got to have control over black men. She got the S-test of black man. She got to test you. She got to try to test you, test your manhood, try to emasculate you with it. She got to use her sex as a mechanism of control. You ain't got no money, you ain't getting none. If I'm mad at you, you can't get none. If you don't do this for me, you can't get none. If you don't pay this for me, you can't get none. She do this in transactional situations. She'll do this in a relationship. She'll do this in a marriage. Because she's trying to be in control of everything except herself. This is where all of that need to be right. She got fake standards. This is where the fake, he got to be making 6 figures, and he got to be 6 feet tall, and he got to have a 6 foot. You understand what I'm saying? And a 6-pack and all of this kind of craziness. Because she knows she can't live up to none of them standards. She make them standards to make an excuse as to why she can't find no man. Because don't no man exist the way that she described it. She got to be superficial. The cars and the money and the degrees. She's hiding behind all of this stuff. The reason she hiding behind her car, her degrees, her house, her red bottoms, her Birkin bag. The reason she's hiding behind all of this stuff is because of the shame. She has failed in every area of womanhood, and she can't face it. She can't face it. So she make you do it. She make everybody else around her feel some type of way. So that the mirrors never come her way. So that the analysis is never her way. So that she's never called to task on anything. This is the truth about black women and this sign language. The shame, insult, the guilt, and the need to be right. And this is why black women are toxic to black culture. So do me a favor and sound off in the comment section for me. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share,
and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.